All right, welcome back to Just Car Guys, the show where me and my dad talk about the latest and greatest car news and car stories from the last week.
Yep. And again, haven't seen any of the content that Anthony's put together for us today, so looking forward to seeing what you got this week.
Got some pretty cool stuff this week. Nothing too insane, but definitely some very interesting things. First up here, enthusiasts asked and Ford listened. After the Ford Bronco's debut last year, many people had asked to see a manual transmission option come to the Sasquatch package. Well, Ford has added the option of a manual transmission available for order now to the 2022 Ford Bronco Sasquatch.
Interesting.
The Sasquatch is the heavier duty off-road package for the Bronco, adding things like 35-inch all-terrain tires, beadlock capable wheels, electric locking axles, a 1.2-inch lift, and Bilstein dampers. The manual transmission is currently only available with the 300 horsepower turbocharged 2.3-liter EcoBoost 4-cylinder and not the 330 horsepower V6.
Interesting. Okay.
Very interesting. I mean, I think that's awesome.
Yeah. I wonder why they don't offer it with the V6, though. Yeah.
It might.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
They're probably still developing or something like that, because I bet they would eventually.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't offer it at launch.
It is interesting that they didn't have that to begin with,
yeah.
but that they added it after. Although, hey, sometimes it's a good idea to pulse in new items to keep interest going, right?
That's a good point.
So,
yeah.
Not bad. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
good for them.
Yeah, I'm happy.
Glad they did that.
Next up, here's some more Ford stuff. The Ford and Rivian deal to produce an EV truck is off. Ford and Rivian had initially planned to build an electric car together under the Ford brand, but according to Automotive News, citing CEO Jim Farley, the deal is no more. Jim Farley also said in another interview with Automotive News that Ford is targeting building 600,000 electric vehicles worldwide by 2024, aiming to be number 2 behind Tesla. The original agreement with Rivian started in 2019 with a $500 million investment from Ford, with the original plan to use Rivian's platform to underpin their cars. According to Farley, Ford is far enough ahead with their own EV program that this is no longer necessary, and Ford sent this statement to Car and Driver saying, quote, "As Ford has scaled its own EV strategy and demand for Rivian vehicles has grown, we've mutually decided to focus on our own projects and deliveries."
Interesting. Wow. I feel like Rivian maybe missed out a little bit on that whole deal. I mean, we don't have all the information, right? Just the bits and pieces that we do have, though. Like, sounds like they were a little late to the game, and Ford pushed forward with their, engineering. They already put together the Lightning platform. And, and they've got the Mustang Mach-E. So
the Mach-E. Not a Mustang.
That too.
Honestly, though, like with all the press stuff coming out with Rivian lately, I've been kind of impressed. It seems like it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, they're going
to a good job.
They're going to get a foothold for sure. So I still feel like for them, I'm sure they want to make their own brand and their own name and all of that. But it might have been nice to have Ford's backing as well.
Well, but so Ford is
deeper
still
pockets,
an investor,
right? So yeah,
and they're staying allies, is what they said.
Got it.
But they're just no longer planning to develop a vehicle together.
Yeah,
which is very interesting.
Okay.
Next up here, we have a new electric SUV from Genesis, introducing the 2023 Genesis Gv70. So looking nearly identical to its gas counterpart on the exterior and exactly the same on the interior, the new electrified Gv70 features a dual motor all-wheel drive setup, with the two motors producing 483 horsepower in the car's, quote, boost mode, which rockets the SUV from 0 to 60 in just 4.5 seconds. Genesis has not given any details on battery size or any range estimates, but did say on a 350 kilowatt hour fast charger, it can go from 10 to 80% in under 20 minutes.
That's pretty good.
Pretty solid.
Yeah, that's a nice looking SUV. I like the gas powered one.
Good.
See, Genesis does a great job with their design work.
Oh yeah, the interior's interesting. Not sure I like the layout, but I don't think these are designed for me to like.
Not bad. I don't mind it so much.
Well, it seems, at least with this spec, it just feels old.
Yeah. Well, it could just be the color combination and stuff.
Yeah.
You're probably not. Yeah. Neither am I so much with the cream color. I do kind of like the integrated like vents that are kind of you can't quite tell they're there, but you know they're there.
A lot of cars.
Yeah,
I mean, the new Civic kind of has a similar thing like that. I like that.
I like that.
From next up here, this is awesome. Okay. We go from electric news to an insane beast that is quite the opposite. Introducing the limited edition Ferrari Daytona Sp3. So the Daytona is a tribute that was inspired by the trio of sports prototypes that took the podium places at the 1967 Daytona 24 Hours, the 330 P3-4 or /4, a 330 P4, and a 412P. Really like to know how they came up with those. The car's design obviously draws from the inspiration with a mid-engine layout using an engine based off the 6.5-liter V12 fitted in the 812 Competizione with significant upgrades to the internals. This provides the Daytona 829 horsepower, making it Ferrari's most powerful road car engine, sending all power to the rear wheels through a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission. The interior also features many notes of retro, but mixed with modern technologies and styling. There's been no price or production figures released, as only the company's most prestigious customers will be allowed to buy the supercar.
Wow, I wonder how limited that run's going to be.
I would like to know.
Man, the rear end on that thing is extreme. Look at that. I don't.
The interior, like especially this shot, you can really see like the retro with those seats.
Yeah.
And the way the leather, because you can't see it's kind of off screen, but the leather joins, it's very retro-esque. But this thing's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's insane.
The front and the sides, they're stunning. Like that thing is really cool and extreme. So it's not just like here lately, Ferrari's been going, for the kind of elegant look, right?
Yeah.
Smooth flowing. This has a few more jagged edges to it that really kind of make it pop.
Dude.
I don't know about that rear end though. That is.
Imagine how that thing sounds through those giant.
Oh yeah.
Center pipes. Like that's gotta be so awesome.
That's pretty cool.
So next up here, this is also very interesting. The details are very sparse, but Shelby American is promising us another special car announcement. Shelby American posted a picture of what is obviously a current gen Mustang underneath a cloth wrap with the words, quote, December 15th, 2021, something special will be unveiled, end quote.
Okay. This
will most likely be another Shelby modified Mustang, as you could probably guess, with many speculating whether it might be a Shelby modified GT350 or a new GT500 KR. But of course, nobody really knows or will have any real information until that officially releases.
It's been a while since they've had a KR, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're probably due. Although, I mean, I feel like they need something with
insane,
just insane to go with like the Demon. Go with like like over the top.
Yeah, they got to be some awesome. I'm excited to see what they have.
Is it just like I don't know? Maybe it's just because we like cars, but everybody's doing a good job with the teasers because again, I want to see. Okay, what is it? Let's go.
Lately, they've been doing a great job with.
Yeah.
Like I've been kind of surprised. They haven't been like that for a while to where I'm actually like genuinely excited to see a vehicle.
True. Well, and it could be just the particular vehicles that they are, right?
Yeah, that is also a good point.
But hey, bring it. Yeah, I can't wait to see it.
Awesome, dude. Now, in a story that I don't think any enthusiast out there wants to hear, the Hellcat is going back to hell. As you may know, Dodge is preparing the launch of their electric muscle car called the E-Muscle for 2024. Dodge CEO Tim Kuniskis confirmed that production of the Hellcat supercharged V8 will end in 2023.
Wow.
Moment of silence. So sad. What a fantastic car.
That is going to be here before you know it.
I know. That's that's fast. That's
right
crazy.
Around the corner.
So
no more Hellcat.
Yeah, it's wild. So the incredible 6.2-liter Hemi V8 found in so many models from the Challenger, Charger, Durango, Trackhawk, and Demon will be no longer. Early next year, Dodge will reveal the electric muscle car concept and some of the specs for the new model. Isn't that so sad?
It was a little bit sad. I mean, again, here's another example, though. I can't wait to see what they do with it. Like,
yeah, exactly.
They're the ones that open the door to this like high horsepower craziness that has become the new muscle car, right?
Yeah.
And so, what will it be, right?
Oh, yeah, 100%. Like, they have to do something awesome.
Yeah. And maybe they'll dust off.
That's bold.
Maybe they'll dust off the name of some of their other old muscle car.
Yeah.
You know, they haven't done much with like the Barracuda or some of these others. That, I don't know. That'll be interesting.
It's gonna be very interesting. They definitely they'll have to pull something. That's a crazy move.
Right.
This early they're just gonna pull it. Like they're definitely gonna have to get creative there. And
again, I'm
hope
surprised.
They have something really cool.
They wouldn't do it in conjunction with, right? Like, so you can still get this, but by the way, you could have that, right? But instead, they're just dropping it all together. Maybe it's funding. Maybe it just costs too much to do all of the design work and all the.
Because
all the work's been done on that,
it's
right?
One engine that they put so much stuff.
It's not like they need any more.
It's not like
well, maybe they don't have the facilities. Maybe they need,
Maybe.
Huh.
But crazy.
Wow. Well, and by the way, and I know I've said it so many times, so everybody's probably sick of hearing it, but what makes that car so crazy? It is the noise. Those things are wicked.
The whine, like it's iconic.
Supercharger whine, but also just the loud brap, that comes from those exhausts. Like that thing is just. It is. It's extreme, right?
Yeah.
So how are you going to get that extreme?
It makes me
with the speed, because the speed's going to come, right?
Those commercials, that they used to run on TV for like where they're drifting and make big old smoke clouds and stuff. Like they've got to do something.
Well,
pretty awesome.
Can't wait to see it.
Yeah,
can't wait to see it.
It's sad, but it's definitely very intriguing.
Are they going to be the first one now, though? Like as far as like muscle car goes to push forward?
There's some arguments I've seen that Teslas are muscle cars, but people are very upset with that logic. So we'll have to see.
You could build a case for that.
You can,
because technically a muscle car was just
like a Model S Plaid. It's kind of a muscle car.
Yeah, fair point. Okay.
So we'll have to see. But I would consider it probably the first purebred muscle car.
Yeah.
That's electric. Now, next up here, we have some news from a car company that you actually don't always hear much from. The Polestar Precept concept will become the 2024 Polestar 5. The jaw-dropping concept was debuted in 2020, featuring sharp and sleek design, 4 doors, and a LiDAR pod on the roof for advanced driver assist features. With the confirmation of the 2024 Polestar 5, we can also expect the 3 and the 4, both SUVs, to launch sometime before that as well. The Precept concept is being called by the company, quote, an electric performance 4-door grand touring car.
Cool.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, that looks cool.
That looks awesome.
That LiDAR, that's the first thing I focused on as soon as you flip the photo up. I'm like, what is that? And why didn't they integrate it? But
it's interesting, right?
I guess if that helps, move the autonomous forward.
I've been kind of excited. I've been seeing more Polestars lately.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool. It's just a cool car to see. You don't ever see Polestars.
Wonder the thought process on the side mirrors there,
I think they're like cameras.
Yeah, agreed. So does it need to be that big though? Right? The Koenigseggs weren't. Point. They're just a little tiny. You just need
to get the camera.
Yeah, maybe.
Because you gotta get out there. I don't like the camera idea.
Yeah.
I think just stick with a mirror. Personally, I think it overcomplicates things a little bit. But then again, I haven't driven one with a camera, so maybe there's some features that I'm missing out on that I'm not thinking about.
Yeah, that's. It looks good.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Yeah, really promising.
Now, Ford has revealed the brand new Ford Ranger, and I like it way more.
Okay.
The new Ranger is expected to arrive in the U.S. by 2023, as we are now seeing the model debuted for global markets. The front features a similar and familiar design to the other Ford trucks we are used to, and will use the 2.3-liter EcoBoost turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, producing 270 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque, paired with a 10-speed automatic transmission. Ford has also teased an upcoming Ranger Raptor model to also soon be available in the U.S. after the next-gen model arrives, of course. The cabin also received a refresh with a 10.1-inch touchscreen standard and Ford's Sync 4 infotainment system, with other small features added to the new model. The next-gen Ranger is scheduled to enter production next year, and the U.S. model is expected to arrive as a 2023 model.
You got a right-hand drive photograph here. Interesting.
Because it's the global version, not the US spec.
That's cool. I like the outside of it. It looks good. I feel like they really brought it forward,
Like it in my opinion, I think it looks significantly better than the current one.
Yeah. I agree with you. Look out, Tacoma.
Yeah, exactly. All right, now this is very interesting. Porsche may have another secret up their sleeves. Per recent reports from Automotive News, Porsche is seriously considering a larger SUV that would be above the Cayenne. A Porsche spokesperson responded to Car and Driver on the rumor by saying, quote, "As a matter of policy, we do not speculate or comment on potential future product," end quote. I mean, what would you expect from a Porsche spokesperson? I think that's exactly what I would have expected. The story says that a meeting of Porsche dealers at their Atlanta headquarters showed a rendering of the potential car, with one of the people to see it describing it as, quote, "part sedan, part crossover," end quote, with 3 rows of seats and a plug-in hybrid powertrain.
Part sedan.
But it also may just be a rumor, because Porsche has a program where they just like to do this kind of stuff and see what people think.
Yeah, if it generates enough buzz, then they're like, hey, maybe there's something to it, and then they go make it. Yeah.
Interesting. I cannot imagine what that would look like. I'm a little confused, because isn't a crossover already like part sedan, part SUV?
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. That sounds weird. Isn't that basically just a Panamera?
It's just a wagon. Yeah.
I don't get it. Sounds interesting though.
I don't know. When you first said that, I was thinking, oh, maybe they're gonna come out with something like big, like a Suburban side, or like an Escalade, like a giant Porsche SUV.
That'd be weird. I wonder how they would pull that off.
I don't think they can. I don't think they should mess with it. Yeah.
Like
no, you can't. You still need the handling. You still need the.
You mean it has to be a Porsche? Is what you're trying to say?
Exactly. Still. If they want to come out with something that's just luxury and you don't have the.
They can't do that. There's no shot.
They would have to spin off a new brand or something. Yeah, you know what I mean? They'd have to come up with something else.
But then at that point, Audi would just do it or something.
Make it a Bentley and
make somebody else do it.
Yeah.
Now, this is pretty cool. I think this is a pretty sick way to celebrate this. So BMW's bringing back a performance logo from its racing past.
Oh, cool.
To celebrate the 50th anniversary of BMW Motorsport. BMW announced they will offer the classic BMW Motorsport emblem on select models next year. The new old logo is only available by request and only applied to an M model or a non-M BMW with an M Sport package. And only orders starting at the end of January 2022 will have that option available. So I like that. You can't just put it on a base 3 series.
Yeah.
And this, I think for any BMW fan out there, this is probably the coolest piece of news. BMW is offering, quote, 50 iconic and historically significant Bmw M Paint Finishes, end quote, on select models. This list includes colors like Dakar Yellow, Fire Orange, Daytona Violet, Macau Blue, Imola Red, and Frozen Marina Bay Blue. So some iconic like M car colors.
Yeah.
Also keep in mind, at some point in 2022, BMW will also introduce the next generation BMW M2 and the, quote, first electrified high-performance model in the history of BMW M, end quote.
Here they come. Who will
It's
bring
gonna
it
be
first?
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm very intrigued to see that.
That's a good way to celebrate the anniversary. That's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Bring back a ton of the old colors. Like those are fantastic colors.
Special emblem.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So with that is it for today's episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and check us out on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter at AnthonyCIFAL. And with that, you have an excellent rest of your week.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us again. We'll catch you next time.
Peace out.